I just want to go over what I have set up today for my daughter's homeschooling session. So every day we start with our calendar. Every session starts the same way. And as you can see, I already have it all laid out for her exactly like this. I do this every day. So here in the middle is her daily calendar, which has the date and the weather. Here I lay out for her the days of the week in order, and then here I have the months of the year in order. So we always start with the daily calendar. So what we do for this is we start with the month, and I always have her use her device to tell me. So she goes here into her calendar folder, and so she'll say in a sentence,
the month is March.
Oh, sorry, I double clicked that.
The month is March.
Okay. And then same thing for date year. She'll tell me the date in the year. And for the date in the year, she just uses here her number pad to put in date and year. Then I'll ask her what day of the week it is. Same thing. She has to tell me in a sentence. She'll go back to her calendar. I have here a separate folder, days of the week. And she has to tell me in a sentence.
The day is Monday. The day is Monday.
Okay. And then we do the same thing for the season, the temperature, and the weather, and she's got folders for those too. So right next to calendar is seasons. So she would tell me, I'm gonna just erase that.
The season is winter. The season is winter.
Okay, and then she'll do the same thing for the weather, which is the next folder over, and she'll say,
the season is winter.
Sorry, so she'll say,
today feels cold. Today is sunny. Today feels cold, today is sunny.
And then I always have her tell me how she feels, and she tells me on the device as well how she feels. And with each one, she'll put it in here from the side. So I've laid it out for her, and then she'll just fill it in with the appropriate one. Today is my nephew's birthday, so I have the birthday one here, and I'm going to ask her whose birthday is it today, and she'll go on her device. And under people, I have a family folder. So I'll ask her whose birthday is it today, and then she'll be expected to say Leandro, and then she'll put it in under holiday. Okay, so with each one we do, she fills it in the appropriate box. And then what I do for the days of the week is I play a YouTube video on my phone, and right now she's into the Addams Family one, and she follows along this song, and she fills in the days of the week here. See, it's a Velcro to this page. Same thing with months of the year. She just fills it in order as the song plays. And then we do a letter tracing practice every day. Today we're doing Q. We're almost done with these, and then we're moving on to printing in a notebook. We also do practicing numbers. She's been on 4 for a while, and she finally just got it. So we're just doing one more week of it, and then I'll probably retire these ones as well. So trace right on her own. We read the word 4. She shows me 4 whatever on the 10 frame. So sometimes it's like counting bears, counting blocks, whatever it is. And I usually have 2 worksheets a day for her, a math and a language. I don't have the math one today, just this one, a language one. And we're just going to go through the alphabet and do these. So it's reading, so we're going to read the IC sentences together. IC are 2 sight words that we've been working on a lot. And then she's going to write it in herself, and she'll pick one of the pictures to draw herself here. Okay, so that's our daily work binder, and we do this every day. The only thing that changes is maybe the worksheets. Calendar every day. And then here's what I have set up for her today. So we're going to do an animal egg hunt, scavenger hunt, because our theme right now is animals and habitats. So I have these little squishy animals. I have a whole bunch of them. And every day I pick about 6 or 7, and I put them in these colorful Easter eggs. I scatter them around my kitchen and living room, and she finds them all. She'll collect them in this basket. Then we'll come to the table, and we'll open them one by one, and she'll tell me about it in a sentence on her iPad. So she'll say, I found, or she can say it is. It depends on what my question is. So she'll really have to listen. and she'll tell me on her device what she found. And usually I ask her a question about each one. So I might ask, what color is it? Does it live in the water or on the grass? And she'll tell me on her device. She'll answer the questions. And this is part of our language, right? Because it's working on sentence building and communication. So that's part of our language. And then we have some math stuff here. So for math, I want to work on positions. So I've printed out these two background photos and I've laminated them. So I'll put one in front of me, she'll have one in front of her, and she'll kind of have to copy me as I give the instruction. So here we have the little counting bears, and I might say to her, Layla, can you put a red bear on the bridge? And then I'll do it myself, but then she'll have to imitate me and do it as well, and she'll put one on the bridge, right? And then I might say, can you put one green bear in the water? And she'll have to imitate. Can you put a yellow bear under the tree? Okay, so we're working on positions like that. And then another thing we're going to be doing for math is just some counting with the bears. So you can see here each colored bear for each row. So there's 6 colors in total, and I have here in this cup 2 dice. It's a number dice and a color dice. She's just going to shake it, roll it. Okay, so if I roll, let's say 1 yellow, so she'll have to cut 1 yellow bear and put it here on the yellow bear track, right? And then we'll do it again, and I might even take turns with her to demonstrate. 2 red, so she's got to get 2 red bears to put here on the red bear track, and so on and so forth. And then at the end, once we're done covering all the tracks, I'll ask her which one has more and which one has less, because more and less is something we've been working on as well, and then she'll tell me. Okay, so animal scavenger hunt for language, for sentence building and answering questions, positions with the bears, and counting and more or less for math, plus the daily work binder. Oh, and one more thing, every day we write sentences. This is a sight word activity book that I had gotten her, and I found it on Amazon. We've been doing 1 word each day. So the word today is not. And what I do is ahead of time, I write out a sentence for her to copy. So what she does is she traces it, she'll write it on the line. I also have her type it on her iPad, and then she'll fill it in here, the sentence. We read the sentence together. She has to point as I read it for her. And then she finds all the not words in the boxes. And then I want to make the sentences relevant to her, so I'll always ask her a question first. So for example, today I'll say, Layla, do you like broccoli? And I know she's going to say no. So I said, okay, let's write that. I do not like broccoli. She'll copy it. She'll draw a picture maybe of some broccoli in her with a sad face. And then I have her circle the word not in my sentence. So I'll say, Layla, where in mommy's sentence do you see the word not? And then she'll circle it, right? Because that's the word of the day. So just to give you another example of what we've done before. So like little, see, she traces it, writes it on her own, fills in the blank, finds all the words little here. We read the sentence together. And then here, so I had this written out for her and she copied it. I have 5 little cousins. Okay, and again, I asked her this question before she wrote. I said, Layla, how many cousins do you have? And we counted on her iPad the pictures of her cousins. And then she wrote it. And she drew a picture of her 5 cousins. Okay, and we end each session with this. So we start every day with this, the calendar and daily work binder, and we end every session with the reading, the sight word reading and writing book. And that is just for the sake of consistency, right? So like she knows that every day we have to start with our calendar, and then after calendar, it's our daily work binder. She knows that this changes up every day, but then she knows that once we do this, that means after this, we're done for the day. And that consistency just sort of helps her to know what to expect and what's coming next. So that's it. That's what we're doing today. I'll post, like usual, a reel a video with pictures of how she did with each one. And yeah, just thought I'd share.